What are some of the common criticisms of Data Vault, and which ones are unfair?
I think the most common complaint from folks that are they look at the model again. And one of the comments is always, there are just too many joins. They complain that they can't get data out in a performant manner. And that's probably the number one complaint, and it's completely unfounded in our opinion and in the experience of a lot of our customers. If you follow the standards and the recommended best practice, you will be able to get information out to the business in a very highly performant manner, and that's at volume and at scale. And so we find that it's those implementations where the team has broken the standards or ignored the recommended best practices. That's where the problems arise.
Yeah, I think that I've heard that too many joins criticism before as well. And I think I usually chalk that up to people that haven't had the opportunity to learn some hard lessons. They might have a different answer in 5 years. So, yeah.
True.
Yeah, and there's a difference when you look under the covers. I mean, these are all inner joins. They're not left outer. So again, you start to talk about performance and what that means, and it's a big difference there too. And things that, if you look at, I always look traditionally back at some of the things that have been built over my lifetime, and how many times you get into scenarios where people have put in a lot of embedded sub-selects, and you start to do those, you're just basically looping through and it's so slow. And then, so that's way worse than a join, a true join that's going to be built on a good structure. So yeah, that one's always funny. It's like, well, there's too many tables, too many joins. What? It's like, yeah, it's like anything else. You got to take it for what it's worth. But
well, one of the things and that's a great point, Mike, one of the things that we talk about, and one of the things we teach in Data Vault, we talk about these loading patterns, these loading paradigms that are actually optimized for performance and tuning. And it kind of, leads into the idea of, some of the challenges that teams have to sort of migrate, or move to a Data Vault solution. But it has to do with a long-standing tradition of thinking in, I would say, I'll say not thinking in block process mentality, not thinking of data in terms of blocks. We think of data, in other terms, like, maybe windowing functions and things like that. We don't think of moving data from one block to the next, or processing data from one block to the next. And so we get into these processes that are simply overloaded altogether. They're trying to do too much. And that's a hard habit for people that have been building in say, for star schemas, dimensions, and facts. It's a hard habit to break, not overloading your processes. And one of the things that we do teach in Data Vault is, how to decouple, how to divide and conquer. It's the application of set logic math to the foundational aspects of how you build processes to move data. So it is a challenge there.